All right, guys, welcome back to Refugio High School. Get ready for the varsity matchup. JV Lady Cats take the first game match today. 2 sets. This match will be best of 5, so first to 3 wins. It's homecoming of sorts for the Riviera Lady Seahawks head coach, Becky Collins-Ivory. Graduated 1998 right here at Refugio High School. Back at her alma mater, coaching the Lady Seahawks. On the floor for the Lady Seahawks is going to be number 10, Valenzuela, number 15, the other Valenzuela. Here we go again, guys. We have number 11, Ivy, number 3, Dobson, number 4, Mejia, and number 7, Butler. And for the Lady Cats, we have Cassidy Solomon up front with Jasmine Howard and Mabry Garza. Brady Fox-Smith makes her way up over next to Solomon. That's number 11. Back row, we have Sadie Wills, number 1. Gisela Lewis, number 7. Ayana Brown looks like she's getting ready to come in. Garza's coming off already. And Lakin Cancino's going on to the floor. Brown is coming in for Wills. And we're about ready to start this varsity matchup here. And it will be Rivera starting it off with Dobson serving for the Lady Seahawks. And we're underway. Brown hits it out of bounds. Riviera-Kaufer with the first point of the night. Valenzuela sends it back over to Brown. Cancino sets it up for Fox-Smith, who sends it over. That's out. 2-0. Rivera leads. Brown sets it up for Fox-Smith. Solomon sends it back across over to Ivy. Dobson to the back row. That is Mejia. Hits it into the net. Lady Cats break serve. Kaylee Collins coming in the ball game now for Lakin Cancino, and she will go back to serve for the Lady Cats. Ivy hits it out of bounds. Ferrell ties it up. 2-2. Ties it sent over to Ivy, to Dobson, over to Valenzuela. Slams it down. Goes off Collins' hands and out of bounds. Lady Seahawks pick up the point. As Valenzuela, the other Valenzuela, will go back to serve. I have no first names on this roster, just last names. Howard sends it back across, checked in the ball game now. Dobson over to Mejia. I'm sorry, that was Butler. Lady Cats pick up the point. As Sadie Wheels comes back in the game for Jasmine Howard, and Ayana Brown will go back to serve. And that hits the top of the net, bounces back in. That's going to take Valenzuela, number 10 Valenzuela back to serve. I'll get first names in just a minute. That's going to be an ace. Five to 3, Riviera leads. Cancino, Fox Smith, right to Dobson, they can't handle it. 5 to 4. The Seahawks lead. Reyes coming in there for Valenzuela. And Solomon will go back to serve for the Lady Cats. Dobson into the net. 5 to 5. And that sails long. So Rivera will pick up the point and go back to serve. As Renee Carroll checks in for Solomon, and Butler will go back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. And that is out. Little long. That'll bring up Brady Fox Smith to serve for the Lady Cats. Butler picks it up for Dobson, over to Solomon on the Rivera side. That's into the net. So Rivera has a Solomon, and Rivera has a Solomon. And that's in. That's an ace for Fox Smith. And that one sails into the net. That'll take Ivy back to serve for Rivera. Carroll hits it the wrong way, and that ties up the match, 8 to 8. And that one sails over to Coach Stillwell. 9 to 8, Rivera leads. And it's going to take back Sadie Wheels to serve. And that one sails wide, 10 to 8. Lady Cats coming off a third place finish in the TAF tournament last weekend. Fox Smith sets it up for Lewis, sends it back over, finds a spot on the floor. 11 to 8. That one sails long. Will sends it back across. Butler on the back row to Dobson. Over to Valenzuela. Cancino sends it over, back row. Ivy sets it up for Valenzuela, who sends it out of bounds. 13 to 8, Rivera leads. Will sends it back over. Ivy sets it up for Dobson. Over to Solomon, back across. Carroll sets it up for Fox Smith. Lewis blocked at the net by Solomon. Lewis again finds another spot on the floor. 14-8. Wills will send it back over. Ivy picks it up for Dobson to the back row. Reyes sends it back across. Wills, nice dig and back over. And that's a point for Dobson. He finds the floor, 14-9. Valenzuela check it back in for Reyes. And Solomon will go back to serve for Rivera. Brown picks it up for Fox Smith. Lewis sends it to the back row. Butler gets it back across to Howard. Fox Smith pushes it to the back. And it's going to go off Solomon's hands to the back wall. 15-9. As Cassidy Solomon for the Lady Cats checking back in for Renee Carroll. And Mejia coming in for Solomon. Lewis sends it across. Mejia to Dobson, over to Valenzuela, picks up the point. 15-9. He'll take Dobson back to serve. Lewis tried to get to it, couldn't quite get there. 15-11. Put her hands on it, but it went straight up in the air. Lewis picks it up. Fox Smith. Howard finds a spot on the floor. That's good. 16-11. Nice spot by Jasmine Howard. And that's going to bring in Kaylee Collins to serve. Playing at the net, Lewis gets it back across to Valenzuela. Dobson back to Valenzuela. And it'll be a point for Rivera as Rivera was crowding the net. Cancino coming back in for Collins. And Valenzuela will go back to serve. Brown, Fox Smith hits Butler in the head and picks up the point, 17-12. Wheels comes back in for Howard as Ayana Brown will go back to serve. Valenzuela to Dobson, back to Valenzuela and over. And finds a spot on the floor, 17-13. And she will go back to serve. And Solomon comes back in the ball game for Mejia. Brown saves it. Fox Smith over to Solomon. And it finds the floor, 18-13. As Reyes getting ready to check back in for Valenzuela. And Solomon will go back to serve. Nice block at the net by Jazalyn Lewis. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll stay right there, guys. We'll be right back. back here at Refugio High School. Lady Cats leading 19-13 here in the first set. Cassidy Solomon serving for the Lady Cats. Butler to Dobson, back to Butler. Cancino gets a hand on it. Wheels gets a hand on it. Goes out of bounds. That's going to take Butler back to serve, as Carroll comes back in the game for Solomon. Brown, Fox Smith over to Lewis. Lewis sends it back across. Valenzuela, Dobson, nobody wanted it. 20-14. That'll take Fox Smith back to serve. Brady sends it over to Valenzuela, over to Ivy, to Dobson. Carroll saves it from going out. Brown will send it back across and out of bounds. 20-15. As Ivy will go back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. Brown, Fox Smith, Cancino will kill it down. That is a point for Lakin Cancino. And Sadie Wheels will go back to serve. Cancino send it back across. Ivy's going to pick it up for Reyes, over to Butler, back over to Carroll. Fox Smith over to Lewis. Ivy puts a hand on it, goes the other way. 22-15. Ivy to Dobson, over to Solomon. Blocked at the net by Lewis. Howard blocked at the net. Carroll gets it back across. And the point's going to be Refugio's, as they were into the net. Wilson's it back over to Butler in the back. Solomon blocked at the net by Lewis. Howard couldn't quite get to it. 23-16 Refugio leads as Valenzuela checks back in for Reyes. And Solomon will go back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. Brown sets it up for Fox Smith, over to Howard. Howard sends it back over to Butler. Dobson sets it up for Valenzuela, sends it back over to Brady Fox Smith. That hits her in the chin off of her hands. Looked like it surprised her. 23-17 now, Refugio leads. Solomon sends it back over to Carroll. Sets it up for Fox Smith. Lewis sends it back over to Dobson to Ivy. Valenzuela will send it back across. Lewis sends it to the back row. Solomon's there waiting for it. Butler saves it. Hits the rafters, goes into the crowd. And we're at set point for the Lady Cats, as Cassidy Solomon coming back in the game for Renee Carroll. And Mejia coming in for Solomon. And Giselle Lewis will go back to serve. Dobson sends it down. Howard sends it across. Valenzuela sends it to Brown. And nobody home to pick it up. 24-18. Dobson will go back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. Howard sends it back over. Dobson sets it up for Valenzuela. pushes it over to Fox Smith. Cancino sends it back across. Valenzuela with a kill. Lewis is there with it though. Brown will send it back over to Reyes. Dobson over to Butler and back across. To the back row, Lewis. Fox Smith over to Jasmine Howard to Ivy. Dobson picks it up to Butler, sends it back over. Brown hits it the other way. And the Lady Seahawks pick up another point. We're still at set point for the Lady Cats, 24-19. Lewis with a dig. Blocked at the net is Howard. And the Lady Seahawks pick up another point, 24-20. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break with them. Stay with us. We'll be right back, guys.
Renegade Services is the largest independent provider of case toll services in the North American oil and gas market. Renegade operates in all major oil and gas basins in the United States and is industry recognized as the premier case toll completion service provider. Renegade offers professional, experienced personnel with a focus on automated well site services, fit-for-purpose wireline safety equipment, environmental evaluation technology, well integrity evaluation, production services, and plug and abandonment services. All carried out in an efficient and safe manner to produce operational excellence and customer satisfaction. Renegade has local offices and service centers all over the United States. Proud to support the Refugio Bobcats and Lady Cats.
We are the Refugio Varsity Champions, and you're watching the Lady Cats on Refugio Sports Network.
Here we are back here at Refugio High School. Dobson still serving. Lewis with a dig. Brown picks it up for Lewis, sends it back over. Butler will send it back across. That's a free ball to Ayana Brown over to Fox Smith to Cancino with a kill. It goes out of bounds. 24-21. Set point again. For Dobson will serve for the Lady Seahawks. The back row Cancino over to Fox Smith. Sends it up and through the rafters. And that's going to be a point to the Lady Seahawks, 24-22 now. Lady Cats just can't put them away. Dobson sends it back over. Cancino over to Lewis. Back to Cancino. Ivy saves it to Valenzuela. Solomon Fox Smith finds a spot on the floor and wins the set. 25-22. We'll be right back, guys. Stay with us for set number 2.
For the past 5 years, the Refugio ISD Education Foundation has been proudly supporting our teachers, students, and administrators, awarding over $185,000 in grants to make a difference in our schools. And it's all thanks to our community and RHS alumni. Each year, we count on fundraising and donations to keep these grants going strong. That's where you come in. Our Friends of the Foundation campaign gives alumni, friends of Refugio ISD, and the community a chance to make easy monthly gifts to support our schools, either by credit card or straight from your bank account. This fall, we've got something new. Our goal is to sign up 30 new donors. And as a thank you, each one will receive a special gift. Whether it's $10 a month or $100, every bit counts towards making a big impact on our teachers and students. Ready to help? Visit the Refugio ISD Education Foundation website or find us on Facebook to see how you can contribute your tax-deductible gift today. Together, we're building a brighter future for the students and teachers in Refugio ISD.
Refugio County Federal Credit Union, founded in 1958, is a federally insured, member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution whose purpose is to promote the financial well-being of its members. We serve the 3 school districts in Refugio County, which include Refugio ISD, Woodsboro ISD, and Oswell-Tivoli ISD. It's our goal to offer higher rates on savings and lower rates on loans. One of our strengths has always been our care and concern for members and their families. Our whole philosophy of business is based on member service.
Back here at Refugio High School, getting ready to start set number 2. Ready Cats take the first set, 25-22. Join us on Thursday night, guys, live from Corpus Christi, as we'll bring you the JV matchup between the JV London Pirates against the Refugio JV. Of course, it'll be on YouTube. Nothing will be on Facebook for about 60 days. So be sure you share, let everybody know all the games now are going to be on YouTube for a while. Collins serves it over. Valenzuela sends it back over to Cassidy Solomon. Collins sets it up for Howard, who sends it back over to Ivy, to Dobson. Over to Valenzuela with a kill. Brown saves it. Blocked at the net. Over to Valenzuela. Dobson to Butler. Sends it back over to Lewis. Collins to Howard. Sends it back over to Reyes. And into the net by Valenzuela. Refugio picks up first point. Set number 2. Collins sends it back over. Mejia to Dobson. Over to Valenzuela. Back across. Fox Smith sends it back over to Ivy. And that's going to be hit twice by Valenzuela. 2-0. Collins sends it back over to Ivy. Valenzuela sends it to the back row. Ayana's just a little short, too short to get it. 22-1. That'll take Valenzuela back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. The first Valenzuela. That's Cancino's going to check in for Collins. And that's an ace. Nobody wanted that one. Valenzuela sends it back over. And that is out. Lady Cats lead 3-2. It's going to take Ayana Brown back to serve. As Mabry Garza is checked in the game for Jasmine Howard. Nice dig out by Mejia. Fox Smith with a kill. Brown sends it back across. That is in, according to the linesman. 5-2. It'll be an ace for Brown. Brown will send it back over. That'll be another ace for Brown. Brown will send it back over. And nobody wanted it at the net. 7-2. Brown sends it back. Valenzuela to Dobson. Over to the other Valenzuela. Lewis digs it out for Cancino. Back to Lewis. Butler sets it up for Dobson. Valenzuela sends it back across to Lewis. Brown sets it up for Fox Smith. Ivy digs it out. Dobson pushes it over. And we're going to get a lift by Refugio, so Rivera will break serve, 7-3. And Valenzuela will go back to serve for Rivera as Solomon checks in for Mejia. Valenzuela will send it over to Lewis. Fox Smith will set it up for Garza, who sends it back over to Dobson. Solomon picks it up for Butler, sends it back across to Brown. Lewis to Fox Smith and over, and finds a spot on the floor. 8-3. And that'll bring in Cassidy Solomon to serve. Butler sets it up for Dobson. Back to Butler and across. Cancino from the back row sends it to Garza. Over to Lewis. Blocked at the net by Solomon, but it falls in. 9-3. Solomon will send it back over to Solomon. Lewis to Garza sends it back across to Dobson. And that's going to hit the back wall. 10-3, Refugio leads. And we're going to get a timeout by Rivera. And we'll take a quick break as well. You're watching Lady Cat Volleyball right here on the Refugio Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Aztec Ford is proud to serve the Goliad area with a variety of vehicles and superior service. With one of the largest inventories of new and pre-owned vehicles, our team will make your car buying experience not only an easy one, but an enjoyable one as well. You won't find pushy salespeople, pressure, or evasive pricing. We make great efforts to ensure our customers receive top-notch quality service from our friendly and knowledgeable team. We are here to help you find the right vehicle for you. Visit Aztec Ford in Goliad today.
This is the home of the Bobcats. This is the Refugio Sports Network.
Back here at Refugio High School, Lady Cats lead in set number 2, 10-3. Cassidy Solomon serving for the Lady Cats. Nice dig out and block at the net and a kill by Fox Smith. Reyes sets it up for Dobson over to Butler. Butler sends it back over to Solomon, who dives for it. 11-4. As Renee Carroll set the check in for Cassidy Solomon. And it's going to bring up Butler to serve for Rivera. And that's not going to make the net. 12-4. As Brady Fox Smith will now go back to serve. Dobson sends it back over to Fox Smith. Lewis sets it up for Garza, who keels it down. Reyes to Valenzuela, over to Ivy. Back over to Lewis. Fox Smith sends it back over to Ivy. Dobson saves it. Solomon sends it back over to Carroll. Lewis sends it back down and scores the point. Fox Smith serves it back over to the Lady Seahawks. Butler sends it back over to Garza. Fox Smith back to Garza. And Garza picks up the point. Lewis sends it to the back row. That's Reyes waiting for it. Butler's going to send it back across. Brown sets it up for Lewis. Casino sends it back over. Butler to Ivy, over to Dobson. We're going to get a point for Refugio, as it was either hit twice or lifted up. Dobson sends it back over to Refugio. Carroll sets it up for Fox Smith. Back to Carroll and over. Solomon sends it back over to Carroll. Fox Smith to Casino and down. Casino picks up a kill. Valenzuela sends it back over to Fox Smith. Brown is going to set it up for Casino with another kill to the back row. Reyes is waiting for Ivy. Ivy sends it back over. Garza sends it back across to Valenzuela to Ivy. Over to Dobson. Blocked at the net by Lewis. Another block by Lewis. And Casino didn't want no part of that pole. 16-5, Refugio leads. Ivy back to serve. And that is into the net. 17-5. It'll take back Mabry Garza to serve for Refugio. And that's into the net. As Ayana Brown will come back in for Garza. And Solomon will go back to serve for Rivera. And that's into the net. 18-6. Mejia comes back on the floor for Rivera. Allie Johnston coming on the floor for Renee Carroll, as Gisela Lewis will go back to serve. Butler sends it back to the back row. Brown's waiting for it. Fox Smith over to Howard. Howard with a kill and the point. Lewis sends it back over. Ivy. Valenzuela couldn't get her legs moving. 20-6. Lewis sends it back over. Butler can't handle it. 21-6. Dobson sets it up for Valenzuela, sends it over to Brown. Fox Smith to Cancino. Cancino sends it to Butler. Valenzuela will send it into the net. 22-6 for Frio leads here in the second set. Jalen Lewis goes back to serve now for the Lady Cats. Valenzuela sends it back over. Nice save by Fox Smith. Valenzuela tried to get it over the net. Couldn't quite get it up high enough. 23-6 now. Lewis sends it back to the back row. Ivy's waiting for it. Dobson over to Valenzuela. And that is into the net. Set point for the Lady Cats, leading 24-6. Lewis sends it to Ivy. Dobson picks it up for Valenzuela. Blocked at the net by Howard and Johnston. And that is out. That'll take Dobson back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. That's a nice kill by Johnston. And that'll take care of set number 2. We'll take a quick break. Be right back for set number 3. Lady Cats leading 2-0. We'll be right back, guys. Stay with us.
Gulf Coast Weed Control specializes in providing commercial and residential herbicide applications throughout the Gulf Coast. Our primary focus is on the oil and gas industry, where we provide herbicidal spraying for wellheads, tank batteries, location pads, and compressor stations. We also provide mowing down right-of-ways to many pipeline and utility companies across Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Gulf Coast Weed Control proudly supports the Refugio Bobcats.
Lady Cats lead 2-0, heading to the third set. On the floor for the Lady Cats for Fox Smith, Johnston, Wheels, Cancino, Howard, and Mabry Garza. On the floor for Riviera, we have Valenzuela, Butler, Dobson, I believe that is Mejia, and Ivy. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be the Lady Cat serve. Well, I guess not. Dobson starts it off for the Seahawks. Cancino will send it back across the back row. That's Mejia. Valenzuela blocked at the net. Brown picks it up from the back row. Fox Smith to Wheels. Mejia to Dobson over to Ivy. Ivy sends it to the back row. That's Lewis. Fox Smith over to Wheels. Blocked at the net by Valenzuela. Point goes to Rivera. Dobson will send it back across for the Lady Seahawks. Brown to Fox Smith. Valenzuela sends it back over, and that's out. And Kaylee Collins will come in to serve for the Lady Cats for Lakin Cancino. Collins sends it back over. Butler sets it up for Dobson. Back to Butler. Blocked at the net. Lewis saves it. Brown will send it back over to Mejia to Dobson. Over to Valenzuela. Collins picks it up. Sends it over to Fox Smith. Sends it back across to Mejia to Dobson. Over to Valenzuela. Brown to Fox Smith. Over to Lewis. Ivy saves it. Back to Collins. Brown to Fox Smith and over. Mejia to Dobson. And we're going to get 2 hits. So that point will go to Refugio. Collins will send it back over to Ivy to Dobson, over to Valenzuela, and back over to Lewis in the back row to Collins. Wheels. Collins is almost caught there going into the net. Brown to Wheels, back across to Dobson. Butler over to Valenzuela. Back to Wheels to Collins. Fox Smith will send it back over to Ivy. Mejia picks it up for Valenzuela to Wheels. Collins is going to set it up for Wheels. Blocked at the net. Wheels is there for it, though. And nice try by Gazalyn Lewis. But the Lady Seahawks pick up the point. And that'll bring up Valenzuela to serve. And it's the top of the net. 3-2, Refugio leads. As Mabry Garza checking back in. Sadie Wheels will go back to serve. Ivy sets it up for Dobson. Back to Ivy and under the net. 4-2, Lady Cats lead. Wheels will send it back across. Valenzuela, Dobson over to Ivy. Blocked at the net by Johnston and Mabry Garza. That's a point to Refugio. That's into the net. 5-3, Refugio leads. Valenzuela will send it back over. Lewis picks it up for Collins, over to Fox Smith with a kill. Valenzuela sets it up for Dobson. Solomon can't get it over the net. 6-3. As Reyes is going to check in now for Valenzuela. And Renee Carroll will check in for Allie Johnston. And she's going to go back to serve. Hits the top of the net. Ivy gets it back across. Brown. It was going out. And Carroll can't quite get to it. 6-4. Butler sends it over across to Lewis. Fox Smith back to Lewis, left-handed into the net. 6-5, Refugio leads. Lewis, Fox Smith, back to Lewis, sends it to the back row. Valenzuela's there. Solomon back to Reyes, back across to Carroll. Collins to Fox Smith, sends it down. Nice try there by Butler, but it does go out of bounds. Refugio leads 7-5. Brady Fox Smith coming in to serve for the Lady Cats. As Cancino checks back in for Collins. Fox Smith sends it over. That'll be an ace for Fox Smith. And that's into the net. They'll take back Ivy to serve for Rivera. And that is under the net. Sorry about that, folks. The camera about fell down. 9-6. And Wills checks back in for Garza. And Ayana Brown will go back to serve. Butler digs it out to Dobson, back to Valenzuela, over to Carroll. Fox Smith to Lewis. Off of Reyes' hands. 10-6 for Refugio leads here in the third set. And that ball hit the floor. Butler tried to dig it out. That'd go down as an ace for Ayana Brown. Brown will send it over. Butler to Dobson, over to Solomon, into the net. Ayana Brown still serving for the Lady Cats. Reyes picks it up for Valenzuela, over to Dobson and back across to Carroll. Fox Smith to Wills. Wills sends it down off of Valenzuela's hands, out of bounds. 13-6 now. Brown sends it back across. Solomon gets it over to Lewis. Fox Smith to Cancino. That was a nice dig. That's in. That's a nice dig by Ivy. Back across. That's going to bring in Mahia. And she's going to go back to serve. Brown, Fox Smith. Over to Cancino with a kill. Blocked at the net by Valenzuela. Cancino gets it back across. Cancino with another kill, goes out of bounds. Mahia sends it across, and that is out. Now bring up Jazalyn Lewis to serve for Refugio. As Johnston comes back in for Carroll. Butler, Dobson over to Valenzuela, blocked at the net. Wills picks it up for Brown. Cancino will get it back across. It's a free ball to the back row. Valenzuela sends it back to Brown. Johnson gets it back over to Valenzuela, over to Reyes. I'm sorry, to Mahia. Valenzuela and out of bounds. Lewis sends it back across. Valenzuela can't pick it up. 16-8 now, Refugio leads. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor by Rivera. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Lady Cat Volleyball right here on the Refugio Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Refugio County Federal Credit Union, founded in 1958, is a federally insured, member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution whose purpose is to promote the financial well-being of its members. We serve the 3 school districts in Refugio County, which include Refugio ISD, Woodsboro ISD, and Oswell-Tivoli ISD. It's our goal to offer higher rates on savings and lower rates on loans. One of our strengths has always been our care and concern for members and their families. Our whole philosophy of business is based on member service.
Back here at Refugio High School, Refugio leads 16-8 here in the third set. Jazalyn Lewis serving to Ivy, and that goes out of bounds. And that's out of bounds. 17-9. As Dobson will go back to serve for Rivera. Cancino to Fox Smith, over to Cancino, back across to Mahey on the back row. Dobson to Valenzuela, blocked at the net by Johnston, and falls in. Nice block by Johnston. As Collins checking back in for Cancino, she's going to go back to serve. Valenzuela pushes it to the back row. Brown's waiting for it. Collins, Fox Smith, partially blocked at the net. Valenzuela get it back across. Collins picks it up for Brown. Fox Smith with a kill, blocked at the net again. Fox Smith will send it back over to Valenzuela. Dobson sets it up for the other Valenzuela. And Ayana can't make the dig. 18-10. As Valenzuela will go back to serve for the Lady Seahawks. And we're going to get a rotation violation on Refugio. The referee's explaining it to Coach Stilwell. So that's 18-11 now. Valenzuela sends it back over to Fox Smith. Lewis sets it up for Fox Smith, sends it back across. Mahia to Dobson, over to Ivy. The back row, Lewis. Collins picks it up for Wills, who pushes it back over. Dobson puts it up for Butler, over to Ivy. Ivy with the kill, and that goes out of bounds. 19-11. That takes Sadie Wills back to serve. Ivy picked to Dobson, to Valenzuela. Wills handles it. Up to Fox Smith, back to Lewis, back across. Dobson's going to set it up for Ivy. Wills gets it back over. Valenzuela sends it back to Wills. Over to Collins, pushes it to the back, and that's out. That'll bring up Valenzuela to serve for the Lady Seahawks. As Wills comes out, Brown back in. Sorry, Garza back in. Valenzuela sends it over to Ayana Brown. Collins sets it up for Fox Smith, and that's in. Nice kill by Brady Fox Smith. As Reyes checks in for Valenzuela. Renee Carroll checking in the game now to serve for Refugio. Carroll sent it into the net. 20-13. As Butler will go back to serve for Rivera. Butler sends it across to Brown, picks it up for Fox Smith. Garza will tap it over to Ivy. Solomon can't get to it. Refugio will pick up the point. 21-13. Fox Smith will go back to serve now for the Lady Cats. As Cancino getting ready to check back in for Collins. That's into the net. That's an ace for Fox Smith. (22-13). Fox Smith will send it back across. Picked up by Valenzuela over to Ivy to Dobson. Carroll picks it up for Fox Smith. Lewis will send it back across. Dobson with a kill. Blocked at the net. Carroll saves it from the back line. And Cancino will kill it down. That's in. (23-13). Fox Smith will send it back over. Butler will send it back across. Brown up to Fox Smith, over to Lewis. Lewis is out. 23-14. Just missed that line. A little bit wide. Ivy will go back to serve for Rivera. Lewis. Fox Smith back to Lewis, blocked at the net. Brown sends it back across. Fox Smith gets a hand on it to Brown, over to Cancino, back across. The back row, that's Reyes to Dobson, over to Valenzuela, blocked at the net by Lewis. And we're at match point for Ayana Brown to serve as the Wheels comes back in for Mabry Garza. Lewis at the net, puts it away, 25-14. Refugio wins the match in 3 sets. Guys, we'll be back on Thursday night from Corpus Christi, London. Hope you can join us then. Remember, share with your friends that all games now will be on YouTube. Have a great evening, folks.